Welcome back, guys. Pause the video for a second and get you a towel rolled up into a tube. Going to work with anxiousness and anxiety today. So come to a seat. Bring your feet out in front of you. Keep the feet on the ground if you can. It's opening up this right here. You might get a little cramping and all that as the muscles start relaxing, but try to keep them out like this in a ski slope almost. Look, ooh, get a cramp. And bring your hands underneath just to kind of hold the legs here and let them relax out. A little rocking side to side, quieting the mind. Anxiety is crippling and it affects all of us differently. Panic attacks and whatnot. It's one of the things that brought me to yoga. I've always done yoga, but it really brought me to yoga. I was having panic attacks for a couple of years, and they were affecting everything in my life. They were pretty much every day, all day. I've since then managed them and gotten rid of them, pretty much. But it's what brought me on this journey to yoga and really studying them. Doing massage for 20 years is, most of my clients had crippling anxiety, and I really didn't understand it until, I got my own. Bring your forehead down to your knees and round the back out here, and figured out a couple of really cool ways to ease anxiety. And one of them is always getting a full exhale of breath out. We've always been told, take a deep breath. Take 9 deep breaths. Take 10 deep breaths and it will go away. It's kind of true, but it's more of getting the exhale out, because you can't really get a full breath in if there's still air inside the lungs. And a lot of times with anxiety, it's, you think like, I can't breathe, I can't get that full breath. It's like a panicky feeling. So right now, just get that full exhale out. And really push all the air out, bringing that belly button as tight in as you can to the spine. Holding yourself down, creating this little cave for you to be inside of. Take a deep breath in, and then the big exhale out. And on the exhale out, hold it at the bottom. And then relax. And notice the air just pulls right back in. It's a vacuum. The diaphragm will do its job. It's just going to allow air back inside. The only active part of breathing is the exhale. So let's take 3 full exhales out. Rounding out through the back. Slowly rise up. Put your hands down. Just windshield wiper these legs a little bit. There's a few other spots in the back, and these are the spots that we've been working on throughout this program with the yoga and the workouts. They're located around the shoulder blades, and those are the muscles that are constantly being stretched out. Think about how we sit. Our shoulders are forward and we're opening up through the back. We're shortening everything through here, and this is where we breathe from. So these muscles are constantly just being pulled. Imagine a bungee cord or a rubber band, and it's just under constant tension. After a while, it loses its elasticity, or it doesn't work correctly. And the same thing's going on here. And these are the exercises we've been doing, bringing the W in, doing the scapular push-ups and scapular pull-ups. Doing these, those are activating a lot of the muscles through here. And you'll probably feel when those muscles start activating, it can create a little bit of anxiety and panic. So creating this balance between the chest and the back is super important for alleviating a lot of panic attacks and symptoms and anxiety. So with the legs crossed here in front, just bring the hands, middle fingers pointing straight ahead. If this is uncomfortable for you, come out to the side, but really try to get in this position. Pushing up through the chest, up out of the shoulders, and keep your neck long. Bring in the shoulder blades back and allow the chest to just open. And take 3 full exhales here. Just allow that breath to flow back in effortlessly. It gets better with practice. And work your way back up. There's this other spot, and it's used a lot in shiatsu and acupuncture meridians. And it's located here. It's called the chest center, the influential point of ki, or chi, the energy point, right? And this was taught to me by a friend, and it's super beneficial. I've used this with numerous clients, family members, and myself whenever I'm having a panic attack or an issue. And it's super easy to find. One way is to take 3 fingers, find the tip of your sternum, and measure 3 fingers up. From there, you take 2 fingers and place them right there. That's the chest center. You might have to play around, everybody's different, but that's a measurement that you can use. Once you find it, you'll know you found it. Putting medium pressure on this point right now. And close your eyes and get 3 big exhales out. And notice what happens with the muscle tissue. Feel it? That slight tingling and the muscles moving. Over time, you'll become more connected with your body, and you'll become way more apparent. If you didn't feel it today, just continue with it. You will. So you combine this with opening the chest, strengthening the back muscles, this point of chi, and with a full exhale. Now we need to learn how to breathe properly. Majority of people, we breathe up top. It's called a fire breath or the warrior's breath. It increases adrenaline. So if you see a football player, they're all breathing up top. If you get into an altercation or an accident, that adrenaline dump hits, you start hyperventilating, it's all up top. Well, we breathe that way naturally because we are stressed out creatures, right? The fear mechanism is what kept us alive for all these years, right? Being scared of falling off of cliffs or don't touch that animal, it's fearful, right? So managing that fear is very important with what is actually needed and what is not needed for survival. Nowadays, not much is needed for survival, but it's still left over and it's beneficial. Regulating it is super important. And you can do that through your breath. Not only getting the full exhale, but how you get that full exhale. Breathing from the belly. It's a natural breath. We revert to it when we sleep. Children have it at the beginning until we are taught anxiousness, right? So we're gonna take our towel and we're gonna come lay down. Super easy. You guys remember this? We just lay down on a towel. You're gonna go right up your spine with it, right? Start the tailbone and just slowly work your way down. Use here to like activate a little bit of core, control it on down. Good. Legs come out. And we're gonna place one hand on our chest and one hand on our stomach. And just relax here for a little bit. If you want to, you can hold that influential point of chi. You're gonna open up the pecs. And you can just hold it with both hands, switch hands up, whatever is best for you. And close your eyes here. And here you are going to pay attention to where your hands are. The hand on your stomach should be the only hand that moves. Watch, is it my hand as I inhale? This hand moves up as I exhale. This hand moves down. This hand does not move. I'm not breathing in my chest at all. I'm focusing on diaphragm. I'm breathing down and then up and then out. Have that focus. So as you inhale down, pushing the belly down, and then out, and then sideways, and then backwards, in, up, belly button in, up, full exhale, breathing down, filling out, in to the sides, and then exhaling, fully out. Become aware of what's happening inside of you. Where is your breath going? It's almost like a semi-involuntary motion that we can take control of. But throughout the day, you're just breathing on your own. You don't even pay attention to it. The body just does it naturally. But once again, being mindful. Mindful of how you move, what moves, where it moves. Now imagine that breath going all the way down into your hips and down into your feet and knees. Sending that breath down. Keeping that breath. Bring your arms out to the side, palms facing up. You can take a mudra if you want to. You can bring your middle finger to your thumb. Hold light pressure there just to bring focus. That awareness, that mindfulness to what you do. The third, or the last thing, I don't know if it's the third thing, we've got full exhale, posture, chest center, correct breathing. The most important thing that I found, give yourself a hug real quick. And then tell yourself that you love yourself. I know it sounds really weird and it's laughable and it's funny. Sometimes you're like, I don't. Make it a habit, and it will change. It will change everything. So I started telling my panic attacks that. Every time I had one, I'd just tell it, you know, I love you, panic attack. I love what you're trying to tell me to be more aware. And they started going away. Get into that practice, guys, I'm telling you. There's nothing better. Couple of more full exhales. Really get that Buddha belly. Big exhale. And make your way over to your side, rolling off of the towel. Keeping the eyes closed. Work your way up to a seated posture, keeping your eyes closed. Stacking the body, giving yourself one more big hug. Hearts hands to heart, and namaste. You are your warrior's dream. You are your ancestor's dream. You've made it this far. Keep going.